was 19, chasing every dream that burned like gasoline. Left our small town in my rear view like it was holding back my wings. You stood barefoot on the gravel, wiping tears on your old blue sleeve. Said come back when the world gets heavy, you'll know where I'll be. The back porch light's still glowing like your love never stopped showing. Through the rain, the years, and all my wrongs, that old screen door still sings your song. I'm coming home, I've done my time. I lost my way, but not my mind. And if you're still mine tonight, leave on that back porch light. I've seen cities shine and lovers fade. I've worked hard and I've been played. Whiskey kept my nights from crying, but couldn't wash the pain away. I held hands I didn't mean to, told lies to get through the day. But not a soul has touched me like you did that August day. That back porch light's still glowing like your love never stopped showing. Through the rain, the years, and all my wrongs, that old screen door still sings your song. I'm coming home, I've done my time. I lost my way, but not my mind. And if you're still mine tonight, leave on that back porch light. Maybe I don't deserve a second chance, but girl, if there's a spark, just one small flame behind your glance, you'll know right where I parked. That back porch light's still glowing like your heart, always knowing I'd be back, beat down but standing tall, with nothing left to lose at all. I'm here for good, not just one night, so if you're still my firelight, leave on that back porch light. Yeah, I'm home again tonight, and I saw that back porch light. Ain't no choir in this dive bar, just neon saints and old guitars. I walked in with a busted heart and a pocket full of past. The jukebox played my sins aloud while whiskey washed them down somehow. Guess every broken man's allowed one night to crash and crash. I ain't proud of what I've done, but I'm still standing, barely run. I got Barstool Baptized in a storm of jack and pain. Drown the ghost of her goodbye in 100-proof rain. No white robe, no holy book, just a bartender with a worn-out look. He said, son, sometimes the Lord works strange. So I got Barstool Baptized tonight in the devil's name. I spilled my heart to a stranger's ear. He said, you're not the first to end up here. We all got scars we try to steer with a shot and a cigarette. I saw her face in every glass, every toast just burned too fast. But I kept drinking, letting go of everything I should forget. This ain't Sunday saving grace, but it's the closest thing I've faced. I got Barstool Baptized in a storm of jack and pain. Drown the ghost of her goodbye in 100-proof rain. No white robe, no holy book, just a bartender with a worn-out look. He said, son, sometimes the Lord works strange. So I got Barstool baptized tonight in the devil's name. A little hurt, a little hell, sometimes a fall can teach you well. And even here I heard the bell of mercy ringing low. I got Barstool baptized with the weight of what I lost. No salvation, just a moment where I paid that cost. A rebel prayer beneath the haze of smoke and songs from better days. I ain't clean, but I ain't the same since I got Barstool baptized in a stranger's name. Yeah, I got Barstool baptized, and I ain't ever been the same. He wore old boots and a camo hat, drove a rusted John Deere, made it purr like a cat. Never said much, just waved and grinned like he'd seen more life than he let in. Every Tuesday, like clockwork, rain or shine, he'd cut them lines straighter than time. I was just a kid with scraped up knees, watching him work from the old oak tree. Mama'd bring him sweet iced tea. He'd nod and say, that's more than I need. But I saw the way he looked at the sky, like he missed someone on the other side. The man who mowed our yard had hands like leather, a stitched up heart. He'd hum old hymns while blades would spin, like he was praying for peace within. Never asked for nothing, just did his part. Yeah, their stories hid in quiet hearts, and I still think of him when days are hard. The man who mowed our yard. Mama said he fought in Nam, came back different, lost his calm. Never married, never stayed, just rode that mower through his pain. He didn't need no fancy talk, he healed himself in lines he'd walk. The man who mowed our yard had hands like leather, a stitched up heart. He'd hum old hymns while blades would spin, like he was praying for peace within. Never asked for nothing, just did his part. Yeah, their stories hid in quiet hearts, and I still think of him when days are hard. The man who mowed our yard. One day he didn't show. Mama cried, said, son, you'll know. Good men leave quiet like the snow. The man who mowed our yard. Left behind more than our yard. He taught me what a man can be, with kindness, grit, and dignity. And I still see him in my backyard, mowing through heaven, leaving scars. And that old song still hits me hard. The man who mowed our yard. Yeah, I hope the angels saved him a car, for the man who mowed our yard.
You showed up wearing boots and trouble, kicked up dust and burst my bubble. That cherry lip, that sideways glance, girl, you never gave me a chance.
You were leaning on that Ford like a cover shoot, big old grin and worn out boots. Thought you charmed me with that southern drawl, but boy, I've heard them all.
I said you like bonfires,
Said don't try too hard,
I make a mean sweet
but
tea.
you also play guitar.
Wanna ride down by the river,
Maybe, but I ain't easy, mister.
We were tailgate talking till the stars came out, laughing about nothing, drinking sweet and loud. You said this feels kinda like fate.
I said slow down, pump the brakes.
One kiss deep, we both fell hard, right there beneath that country star. It started with a little small town stalling. Now we're still tailgate talking. You had a six-pack laugh and a sideways sway, and I knew I'd never be the same. You said this ain't love, not just yet, but girl, I ain't over you yet.
You brought your A game, I'll give you that, but I ain't the type to fall this fast. Still here we are, months down the line, still sparking like the 4th of July.
You said let's take it slow.
Time don't wait, you know.
You drive, I'll sing along.
Every George Strait song.
Is this a fling or something more?
Girl, I'm all in, that's for sure.
We were tailgate talking till the stars came out, laughing about nothing, drinking sweet and loud. You said this feels kinda like fate.
I said slow down, pump the brakes.
One kiss deep, we both fell hard, right there beneath that country star. It started with a little small town stalling. Now we're still tailgate talking. Who knew forever starts with sparks and southern charm?
And every love song starts when you lean in on your car.
Still tailgate talking till the sun comes up, sipping on forever from a plastic cup. You said we should write our names in dust.
I said right next to us.
One kiss deep, it's more than a spark. It's moonlight inked on an old truck's heart. Started out flirting, now we're all in. Still tailgate talking. Yeah, still tailgate talking.
And I ain't ever stopping.
I was running from Sunday, chasing Friday night, living like a wildfire, too proud to pray for light. I had a Bible on my dresser, dust thick on the page, and a mama on her knees begging God to keep me safe. I had Barstool bruises, Backroads scars, tried to drown the hurt in smoky bars. But no matter how far I'd roam, there was always something pulling me home. He never let go, though I slipped and I fell, even when I cursed his name raising hell. He saw through the whiskey, the fights, the shame, and waited with mercy just the same. I was running wild and slow, but he never, no, he never let go. There was a night I broke into, rain pouring down, heart black and blue. I hit my knees on a gravel drive, said, Lord, I'm lost, can you still try? And he never let go through the thunder and wreck, carried my soul till I caught my breath. He patched up the pieces I couldn't face, washed them in grace I can't replace. I was shattered, down so low, but he never, no, he never let go. Now I walk a different road, still stumble, still slow, but I ain't walking it alone. 'Cause he never let go through the nights I forgot, through every wrong turn, every battle I fought. He loved the man no one else could save, and carved my name in amazing grace. from the ashes. Now I know he never let go. Even now when the shadows grow, I know he'll never let go. When the sun goes low, we light it up like a county fair glow. Got dirt on our boots and steel in our veins. Born to ride fast, born to raise Cain. We learn to drive before we learn to dance. Burning rubber, taking chances. We don't do slow, we don't do clean. We were built on fire and gasoline. Yeah, we were raised on gasoline, diesel hearts and rebel dreams. Cracking cans and blasting Hank, tailgate thrones and full gas tanks. We don't sip, we swig, we scream. Rev it up till it hits red line mean, if you know what I mean. We were raised on gasoline. Bonfires taller than Uncle Joe's shed, dancing in circles on a flatbed. That girl in cutoff stole the show, spinning like a tire on a muddied back road. Ain't no rules when the music hits, just loud guitars and rowdy fists. We don't calm, we don't do tame. We were built to ride wild in the fast lane. Yeah, we were raised on gasoline, diesel hearts and rebel dreams. Cracking cans and blasting Hank, tailgate thrones and full gas tanks. We don't sip, we swig, we scream. Rev it up till it hits red line mean, if you know what I mean. We were raised on gasoline. From backroad burns to county fights, from blue-collar days to wild redneck nights, you can smell the fire in our soul. Octane blood and black smoke goals. We were raised on gasoline, kicking dust and chasing steam. Old Chevys and outlaw songs, bad decisions all night long. We don't sip, we swig, we scream. We live loud and we live free. Ain't nothing in between. We were raised on gasoline. Yeah, turn it up and let it scream. We were raised on gasoline. She never asked for nothing, she gave it all away. Cooking dinner, folding laundry, holding tears at bay. Her hands were small, but they held the weight of a world that never went her way. She never made the front page news, but she made me into someone true. She wore the name Mama like a crown of gold, held my broken pieces till I got whole. Knew when to fight, knew when to pray, stayed up late, then smiled all day. She was grace in faded jeans, a gentle storm, a steady stream. She never asked for glory or a song to sing, but Mama hears everything. I remember scraped up knees and broken heart. She could fix them both with that gentle spark. From science fairs to Sunday pews, She always knew just what to do when the world felt loud and cold. She was the fire that made me bold. She wore the name Mama like a badge of pride. Never walked away, never once let me slide. Knew when to push, knew when to wait, and forgave every dumb mistake. She was tough as nails, sweet as spring, an iron soul wrapped in angel wings. She never asked for glory or a song to sing, but Mama hears everything. And now that I've grown and see it clear, all the love she poured through every year, I just pray that someday I live a life half as kind. She wore the name Mama, and it lit the room like a lighthouse in a life that bloomed. With quiet strength, she carved my way, taught me how to bend, how not to break. She's the heart behind my name, the reason I can stand today. She never asked for glory or a song to sing, but Mama, you're everything. Yeah, she wore the name Mama and made it the sweetest thing. We were 17 with nowhere to be, top-down dreams and hearts running free. You wore cut-offs and a crooked smile and made that old dirt road worth every mile. We snuck out past curfew, snuck into hearts, slow danced barefoot under rusted stars. You said don't fall if you can't stay, but I fell anyway. You were June in a small town, fireworks and hand-me-downs, a kiss behind the Dairy Queen, holding tight like it was everything. You were sunrise soft and sunset bold, a love too big for me to hold. We were too young to slow down, but you'll always be June in a small town. Left in August for some northern coast, said this place was sweet, but you needed most to chase the wind, to chase your fate. And I just smiled and said I'll wait, but life don't wait, and time rolls fast, and some summers just ain't meant to last. I kept your note in my glove box till the ink began to fade and thoughts got lost. You were June in a small town, a sunbeam in a world run down, laying on the hood, watching planes go by, swearing love under a southern sky. You were barefoot grace and wild eyes, a spark that never truly dies. We burned hot, then you left town, but you'll always be June in a small town. Sometimes I pass that old white church where we carved our names and painted birch. I wonder if you think of me the way I think of who we used to be. You were June in a small town, laughter loud and windows down. My heart still skips when I hear your song. Even if you've been gone so long, you were freedom, fire, and teenage gold, the kind of love that don't get old. We were young, but it still counts. Yeah, you'll always be June in a small town. just a memory I can't put down. You'll always be June in a small town.
Said you were out with the girls last night, that I saw your truck parked at Billy's light. You came home smelling like cheap cologne and talking sweet in a guilty tone. Said you just stopped by, didn't stay too long. Girl, you must think I was born last dawn. That dog don't hunt and that lie don't fly. You can spin your tales, but I ain't that guy. Heard enough stories to last me months, so don't act slick when you've been caught once. You say it's love, but it sure feels stumped. And baby, that dog don't hunt. I let it slide the first 3 times, gave you rope and you crossed that line. Your phone lit up with, "Who's this dude?" You said, "Just a friend." I ain't that rude, but girl, I ain't blind. I see the signs, and that ain't loyalty, that's just bad lies. That dog don't hunt, and I ain't dumb. You're playing games, but I'm done being numb. I ain't here for your half-baked stunts. You're out of ammo, you're out of luck. You say it's nothing, but that tail's been spun. And baby, that dog don't hunt. So take your makeup bag and your tearful tone and walk that tail right out my home. I might miss the drama, but I'll sleep just fine without all your headline lines. That dog don't hunt, and I won't beg. You ran this love right off the leg. You want sympathy? Go call your mom, 'cause I'm moving on with my porch light on. Say goodbye, I'm calling your bluff, 'cause baby, that dog don't hunt. Nope, not even close, girl. That dog don't hunt. The whiskey are in the run, and I ain't dumb. You're playing games, but I'm done being numb. I ain't here for your half-baked stunts. You're out of ammo, you're out of luck. You say it's nothing, but the tail's been spun. And baby, that dog don't hunt. Worked that same old job for 30 years, calloused hands and unpaid cheers. Didn't say much, but when he did, you better listen like a good kid. He taught me how to swing a bat and how to shake a good man's hand. But most of all, he showed me how to stand up straight and take life proud. If I'm half the man he was, I'll be more than good enough. He built a life on quiet strength, on sacrifice and love that's spent. He never needed fame or praise, just a porch of prayer and honest days. And when I stumble, fall or run, I ask myself, would he be proud of what I've done? If I'm half the man he was, then I've already won. He never missed a single game, even when the bills came late. Said, son, it ain't about the score, it's how you carry what you're fighting for. He hugged like it was made of stone, but when mama cried, he'd hold her close. And now I see in my little boy's eyes that I've got boots too big in size. If I'm half the man he was, I'll be more than good enough. He built a life on quiet
never needed fame or praise, just a porch, a prayer, and honest days. And when I'm tired and feel undone, I still hear him say, stand tall, son. If I'm half the man he was, then I've already won. He knows wherever he is that I'm raising mine the way he did. If I'm half the man he was, that's a legacy I'll trust. No golden badge or great headline, but he was greatness by design. He lived for us and gave his best, a quiet giant in a flannel vest. So if I'm measured when I'm gone, let him say this when they carry me on. He was half the man his daddy was, and that was more than strong. Yeah, if I'm half the man he was, then I've already won. There's a flag hanging off my old front porch, faded red and white, still holds its torch. My granddad flew it when he came home from the war that left his bones half gone. Daddy taught me how to fold it right, said respect the stars and stand up high. It ain't just cloth to me, it's blood, it's sweat, it's history. This land lives in me, from the cornfields out in Tennessee, to the Rockies high, to the ocean breeze, to every soldier's final plea. It's in the hymns and the marching drums, in the silence when the bugle comes. I don't just wave it free. This land lives in me. I've seen hard times and gasoline rise, seen factories close and good men cry. But we don't break, we bend like pines, with roots that run through sacrifice. I've shaken hands with men who've seen the kind of things we only dream, and still they stand boots on the ground, holding freedom's battleground. This land lives in me, in Sunday grace and Friday scenes, in barbecues and county queens, in kids who pledge with wide-eyed dreams. It's in the diner, in the church bell rings, in every word our anthem sings. I don't just wave it free. This land lives in me. It's not perfect, Lord knows it's tried, but it's worth every tear and stripe. So I stand tall, hat in hand, for every soul who took that stand. This land lives in me, like my last name, like my family tree, like the gravel road that raised my feet, like the oath my brother swore to keep. It's in our hearts, in our prayers at night, in every firework sacred light. I don't just wave it free. This land lives in me. Yeah, from sea to shining sea, this land lives in me. Barstool don't ask questions, but it knows I ain't okay. I've been nursing this regret since she walked away that day. The jukebox keeps on spinning that same old lonesome tune, and every line cuts deeper like a memory I can't lose. Neon knows when a heart's gone wrong. It flickers slow when you sit too long. It don't judge the tears that fall or the names you can't help but call. It don't lie like she did then. It just hums and lets me bend. And in this glow my sorrow shows. Yeah, the only thing that understands is neon. Bartender Porch don't ask for tales. He's seen 100 hearts set sail, but he slides the glass without a word, 'cause pain don't need to be heard. I tried to leave, tried moving on, but this place still feels like home. And every time the lights come on, I'm still here, still all alone. Neon knows when you can't forget. It paints your guilt and soft regret. It don't preach and it don't heal, but it sure makes the silence real. It won't hug or hold you tight, but it'll haunt you every night. And in this glow my sorrow shows. Yeah, the only thing that understands is neon. She said goodbye in the rear view glass, but this place still plays our past. Neon knows like whiskey does the cost of loving more than enough. It wraps me up in colored haze, like all that's left from better days. I don't speak, it don't speak back, but it don't leave, and that's a fact. And in this glow my sorrow grows. Yeah, the only thing that understands, the only one who truly stands is neon. Yeah, neon knows more than she ever did. Let me tell you about a man from down in Clay. Wore his boots like armor, never paid his tab to this day. Had a scar across his knuckle and a smile that lied, and a steel string pistol tucked close to his side. He'd walk in quiet, but he left loud like a wildfire dancing through a honky-tonk crowd. They called him Lefty Jones. Shot of bourbon, fist of bones. Played his cards and played them wild. Made grown men cry and preachers smile. Never stayed in one place long. He'd wreck a town and then be gone. But every bar from here to Texarkana knows the legend of Lefty Jones. He once bet his truck on a pool hall break. Won the pink slip and gave it to a girl named Kate. She drove off grinning in the rearview mirror while he laughed, saying she'll be back next year. He tipped his hat, spun his coin, then vanished like smoke from a pine wood joint. They called him Lefty Jones. Smooth as vinyl, hard as stone. He danced with danger, kissed with charm, carved his name in every barn. They say he rode with rodeo kings, played guitar with outlaw strings, and every sheriff just pretended not to know the legend of Lefty Jones. Some say he's buried in a ghost town grave. Others swear he's living off a Florida wave. But every now and then when the jukebox moans, you'll feel the spirit of old Lefty Jones. Yeah, they called him Lefty Jones. Tales got taller once he was gone. Still folks gather round a drink or two, saying, I swear I met that son of a gun in '92. He might be myth, might be man, but he left his boots in 100 hands. And every dive still hums like a sacred poem when they whisper the name Lefty Jones. He paid for nothing, but we all paid attention. Taken turns I shouldn't take, rolled the dice on my own mistakes. I've seen the highs, I've felt the fall, but somehow love still found it all. You were never in the plan, but you fit just like a second hand on the watch I never thought I'd need. Now you're the time that's keeping me. All my roads lead to you, through the storms and avenue, through the wrongs that made me right. You were waiting past the night. Every mile, every tear, every silence I could hear brought me home and brought me through. All my roads lead to you. I've been the runaway, the lost parade, the one who swore love fades away. But then you smiled and I believed that maybe hearts were built to grieve before they learn what strong can mean. Now I hold yours like it's part of me. All my roads lead to you, through the battles I walk through, from the loneliest motel lights to the peace inside your eyes. Every scar and every fight made this moment feel so right, like fate was always pulling through. All my roads lead to you, and if the path should ever fade, I'll still find your hand some way. 'Cause all my roads lead to you, not the place but what is true. I take the long way every time, if it meant your heart meets mine. Every sunrise, every sigh, every lifetime we'll get by. You're my start and you're my proof. All my roads lead to you. Yeah, every turn I ever knew led me straight to you.
Said, boy, slow it down, but I had loud pipes and a rebel crown. Got my first tattoo at 17, right below a scar from a moonshine scene. Daddy shook his head, said that won't last, but I was born for wild, not holding back. I was raised strong and riding fast, learned my lessons from the rearview glass. Never cared much for suit and tie. Give me back roads, raise them high. I ain't perfect, I ain't clean, but I burn bright like gasoline. Yeah, I might not be girl who rolls her eyes when I bring home that county fine. She says I'm reckless, maybe dumb, but she still dances when the day is done. We ain't got much, but we got soul and a rusted out Chevy ready to roll. I was raised wrong and riding fast with a tank full of don't look back. Got a Bible in the glove box just in case I ever need to plead my grace. I ain't polished, I ain't tame, but I won't apologize for my name. Yeah, I might leave smoke in every pass, but I was raised wrong and riding fast. Ain't no GPS for a heart like mine, just whiskey, wind, and county lines. I was raised wrong and riding fast on busted trails and outlaw maps. Took the long way to find my truth, carved in scars and steel-toe boots. I ain't changing, I ain't slow, just tell the world before I go. I lived hard and I left it on gas, 'cause I was raised wrong and riding fast. Yeah, I burn out before I rust, and that's just fine by us.
Natural is got a thou most of rage wrong riding fast, and this is Holy Streams and Sada song. Use your land priming up the lock to gram by Mano so glaive fight waver streams. I'm watching this 16 from Pulversal Bad and his fully offix as you're on. I spurred a forward plan now so stizzy 6. I'm been nating amber human of 3 metals plague that conversations any binds with their 4 chicks. Choice it. I used to buy you more than and his sung getting words when I made it hitty songs. Please it now. Oh yeah.
There's a picture on my dresser of a boy with wilder eyes, boots too big and dreams too loud, chasing every compromise. I barely recognize him now, but Lord, I still feel the same, staring at the man inside that old mirror frame. I've heard good hearts and told white lies, held grudges far too long. I've tried to drink the quiet down, but that echo just grew strong. Mama always said the truth, don't need to shout or blame, but it gets louder every night in that mirror frame. Am I better than I used to be, or just older, just more tired of me? I've made peace with a few of my wrongs, but some still sing like a prison song. And I don't know who to thank or shame when I meet the eyes in that mirror frame. I've held love with shaky hands and watched it fall through fear. Said I'm sorry to an empty room, hoping someone hears. But maybe grace is quiet too, like a whisper saying my name, when I can't even forgive myself in that mirror frame. Am I closer to the man I should be, or just caught between what I was and what I see? I still cuss, I still doubt, I still wear my shame inside out, but every day I try to change the man I see in that mirror frame.
Maybe one day when I'm gone, someone will say I finally got it right. But for now, I just turn off the light, still asking questions I can't name to the man in that mirror frame. Lord, help me like you always have, to be more than just a name in that mirror frame.
Got a cooler full of freedom in the back of the bed, your bare feet on my dash, hat on your head, Highway 9 humming like a Sunday song, and the breeze in your laugh makes the ride feel long. In the best kind of way, no place to be but wherever the sky decides to lead. We're sunburnt and smiling, top down wildin', kissing like we ain't got no care. Salt on our skin, love blowing in like a sweet, sweet summer dare. Ain't chasing nothing but this moment right now, with the world in our rear view setting down. Ain't got much, but baby, we're styling, sunburnt and smiling. You're dancing in flip-flops on the old boat dock, making waves with your hips to that Kenny rock. Got a lime in your drink and a dare in your grin, saying, boy, jump in or I'm going again. We ain't rich, but man, we're blessed with tan lines, cheap shades, and this life we've kept. We're sunburnt and smiling, top down wildin', sipping on joy like a cold iced tea. Hearts racing free, you and me are all we really need. Ain't saving nothing for some other time, we're right where forever meets the shine. Rolling in love, redneck island, sunburnt and smiling. Might peel tomorrow, but who even cares, with your hand in mine and sand in our hair. We're sunburned and smiling, road trip dialing, every song on shuffle sings our name. You laugh in the breeze, you kissing the keys, got my heart playing no game. No plans, no maps, just love and light, running free till the stars ignite. Every mile, worth every mile in, sunburned and smiling. And smiling. You fixed the bleachers at the high school field, painted every step with pride and steel. Showed up early, stayed till last, mowed the grass like it was glass. He never missed a single game, even when they never knew his name. He was the man nobody clapped for, just a shadow by the back door. Wore the same old faded cap with a lifetime folded in the back. He built the town with calloused hands, never asked to be the man. But when the storm came crashing through, he held it up like heroes do. And still, nobody clapped for him. He taught Sunday school in room 16, drove the church van, kept it
nothing in return. He was the man nobody clapped for, just a name on a hardware store. He gave and gave, then gave some more, held the light behind the door, never needed thanks or praise, he just showed up anyway. He was a stone in a world of sand, a quiet kind of gentleman, and still nobody clapped for him. Until the day the preacher cried and half the town showed up in ties, stood in pews they hadn't filled in years, with hats in hand and stinging tears. Now they clap for the man nobody clapped for. Wish they'd done it all before, but he'd just smile and shake his head, say give the thanks to God instead. Still they carved his name in gold on a bench beside the old dirt road, and every fall when the whistle blows, they leave his seat in the second row for the man nobody clapped for. Yeah, I hope I'm half as strong as the man who stood all alone. There's a neon buzz and a sawdust floor, same old jukebox, same front door. Every Friday night we all roll in like we never left where we've always been. Jenny pours heavy, Billy plays rough, Tom still thinks he's young enough. It's a second home, no need to roam. We drink where the roots still grow. This is where the whiskey knows my name, where the bar stool's warm but it still feels the same, where stories grow louder as the bottles drain, and in every heartbreak sounds like Hank, where boots hit the floor on a George Strait track, and the band don't quit till we beg them back. We ain't rich but we raise champagne in a place where the whiskey knows my name. My tab on hold and my truck out back, my girl's in boots and a Red Sox cap. We dance too close, we spill a drink, but Lord, she smiles and I can't think. They play our song and the room gets loud, but she's the only thing I see in the crowd. This is where the whiskey knows my name, where the jukebox spins out joy and pain, where the same four chords feel brand new, and that corner booth still holds our crew. It's where I come when life gets strange, to remember what don't ever change. It ain't much but it still feels great, this place where the whiskey knows my name. When I'm gone, bury me slow, right by that sign where the Bud Light glows. Tell the boys to take one last round and keep my seat on solid ground, 'cause this is where the whiskey knows my name, where we toast the lost and curse the rain, where good times live and legends stay, and the music never fades away. So pour one more, let the guitars flame, for this old heart and this old flame. Yeah, I found love and I found fame in a place where the whiskey knows my name. Yeah, this old bar and me, we go way back, can't you see, where the whiskey knows my name. This is the last song they ever play, while the sun dips low and the sky fades gray. If this is the final line I write, I hope it lands like Sunday light on front porch swings and tear-stained years, on dreams too big and old boy fears. Let it be soft, let it be slow, let it say all the things I never showed. Let it carry the weight of the roads I chose. With every note, let forgiveness grow. If I've got one last line to echo low, let it be the last song on the radio. I've sung of love, I've sung of loss, of barroom laughs, bridges crossed, of mama's grace and daddy's pride, of neon nights and sunrise rides. And I don't know what comes past here, but I've made peace with every tear. So let it be soft, let it be right, let it drift like smoke into the night. Let it hold the hand of someone broke and make them feel like hope still spoke. If I've got one more song to go, let it be the last song on the radio. We all fade like an old guitar string, but maybe someone finds something in the way I sing. Let it be truth, let it be kind, let it live long past my time. Let it wrap the world in something slow, like a goodbye that don't fully go. If this is all I leave below, let it be the last song on the radio. Yeah, if you're driving through the dark alone, let this be the last song on the radio.